Hello and welcome back to a Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2. As always, we have two new custom courtiers. We have John Fisher, someone from a large noble family in the north who was chucked out for deciding to follow the ways of the drowned god. He has now come here in search of furthering his understanding of his faith. And we also have Shiara Perlai, who is a diplomat from Yatai, come to Westeros to discover the culture and to send back reports on how life is here. So she may have ulterior motives, we don't know. Anyway, just to get this out of the way, this is going to be a marriage episode at some point, because we are going to marry at 14. We're into 23rd of November, and then we're going to have a look at all the courtiers then. But until then, we'll let the time just move on and see what's happening. People being ransomed, more people being ransomed. My lady, my men and I have had trouble finding a battlefield where expertise could be employed for payment in gold, and unfortunately our rations are running low. I thereby request additional funding to keep the men from starving. Regards, Uran of Saltcliffe Band. Well, when I see how much she's offering, it's not that much. But what's the other one? We can become cruel and he doesn't like us. What we got? Oh, this one leads into charitable, and it's only one singular gold piece, so there you go. I actually forgot we had a mercenary company because they've never provided us a single coin, but anyway. Joffrey III of the Rock is declared Joffrey III of the Rock's blood feud against Rorik the Bold. Okay, so he's declaring the feud that his father had declared. I see. Cool. What's this? Crushed religious revolt. Okay. I was wondering if there was anything else. Okay, well, we'll just not concern ourselves for just now, I think. Now, we could stay neutral, or we could say that we would support the throne. There is a benefit to supporting the throne, actually, in this one, in that would allow us to... I think if we're neutral, we get I actually think I'm talking rubbish, and we should just not concern ourselves. Yeah, let's just not concern ourselves. That does also mean that we can go raiding, which is lovely. Okay, so impressed as your claims on Pike. Obviously not going to do that. Council still discontent. Yes. We can righteously imprison a whole bunch of people, actually. Replace Vori. Replace Unknown as Treasurer. Okay. Fine, we're not really that worried. And yeah. Cool, let's get our raiders going. We already have them raised? And on boats, and over here. What? Did I just never unraise them? Why are my vassals not mad at me for having troops still raised? That seems weird. Anyway. Bay of Crabs is in what war they're in. So I guess we'll just go to Dragonstone, because that's where we were going to go in the first place. Wow, there's actually only 2.2 loot in Dragonstone. Never mind. What about Driftmark? Who controls Driftmark? That's controlled by Lady Rhaenyra of Dragonstone. Okay. There's a lot of possible loot there, and we don't have... We would have slightly less troops than they have overall, so let's not do that. Also, we got King's Landing. Well, not King's Landing. Blackwater Bay. 6 ducats. Or 6 gold. Let's go and have a look over here. Should also have another character on here. Morgan, Hagen, and Mayford. There we are. And let's just land and see what's up. Do we have all of our council members doing things? Oh, I forgot to assign them to do things. Oh, okay. You should be training children. You should be fabricating claims on this land, because that's just what he was doing anyway, and we might as well... If it's going to take us 5 lifetimes to do it, we might as well start now. You're overseeing province, you need to collect taxes, you need to scheme, and you don't need to do anything. Cool. Right, let's see how this is going. Oh, we could actually possibly siege this down as well, if we wait long enough. Let's see how this goes. How was that? Joffrey's called in favors. Okay. Cool. Oh, that's the Westerosi army coming back. We'll wait till it gets to Roseby and then... bounce. Oh, okay. Thurgood of Summerfield died under suspicious circumstances. His son is now taking over. Cool. There's new lordships in the Reach. We're going to get out of here. We have a weak claim on Summerfield that we could press for Jonah Storm, but we're not going to. Cool. Let's get out of here. Come on. And we're out. Cool. Where do we want to go? Maybe we want to just kind of run around the coast a little bit. Someone's already been raiding here, actually. This one's got a little bit of unprotected loot. Are the Stormlands at war? No, so it's just kind of these groups. Trident's at war, isn't it? Because it's at War of Westeros. So maybe we can get in here and get... Oh, wow. I didn't realize we could go down this river. That's very useful. That's all protected by fort. Wow. Nothing there. Ooh, this one looks nice. Are you at war with anyone? You're not at war with anyone, so never mind. This is a bad place to go unless we're going to go to one of these ones. Okay. We'll head up here then. There's a... Wait. There is a river there? Oh, okay. Fine. That's a little bit confusing. I guess that's what that little dotted line means. It's like there is a river, but we can't show it because it'd be awkward. Gilwood Silveraxe's decision to attack a fishing village produced a fight that was hard fought and a few of his men were lost, but none could withstand the might of the Ironborn. They've claimed their iron price today, winning much plunder from those weak people. A successful raid. Good job. Right, anything in here? Ooh, 25. Let's see what we can grab. We currently only have 8, so we'll just kind of drop down. See what we got. Oh, it's really not protected either. King Aemon of the Reaches led the Reachman War for Jones' claim on Red Ramble on King Joffrey III of the Rock. Oh, that's cool, because that's 2 wars against the Rock now. A son was born to Lord Reaver Cadwell of Pike and Arwen Merlin named Tristopher. Oh, who died stillborn. Oh. I was like, oh, there might be another heir. Nope, stillborn. That's unfortunate. Lots of things being called in. Lots and lots of things. Travelers bring rumours of fire and blood. They say that dragons live once more and that Vermon of Vidus lands now rides Hares into battle. Oh, okay. Incompetent commander. Interesting. I like that the dragons are getting all these traits because of the child system, which they shouldn't really get. We have already looted all of this, so now all we're doing to do is siege it, and then that should give us a little bit of extra gold. That gives us access to the rest of the loot bar. So we'll keep doing that. Cool, cool. Oh no, I was toggling view. Let me get out of here. Get back on the boats. Well, that was awkward. We do at least go back to our boats. Cool. My friends dream of riches, power, and fancy things, but I don't even want to grow up. I'm happy with what I have. My ears are still ringing with my guardian Vori's harsh words. I need to grow a spine and get some ambition. Where can I get that? Fantastic. Well, at least that's gone. I'm going to wait till they autosave and then we're going to deal with marriages. Right. We got a reasonable amount of gold. I'm going to come back. That's fine. I kind of messed that up again by not seeing the army. Storm King Kristen the Meekest led the 3rd Stormlander Westeros siege your war on Blackwater Bay. Cool. So there's a whole bunch of wars going on now. Maybe we want to just quickly have a look over here while we're around. See if there's anything going on. I just want to peek here. I wonder why Vori, daughter of Ogo, let that peasant get away. I'll go and ask her. Treating people fairly and providing justice is my duty. I've gained the just trait. Ooh, cool. I don't need many things and I can share what I have. Charitable. Oh, okay. There's lots of armies. We're just going to send this group back to Pike. Cool. Ruler unmarried. Let's marry someone. Let's use the find characters thing. So, what are we looking for? We are looking for a man who is not in prison, who is not married, who is not a ruler, because they'd say no if he was a ruler. Who is my religion group and my culture group. We are looking for, we don't care about adults. We don't really care about great house because we're just looking for a marriage. Okay. Let's go down all the way down here. Like, okay, 14. No. Nope. Just gonna kind of skim them. You don't look good. You don't look good. We're gonna avoid things like Craven. Robin Cod. Affectionate. Slothful. No. Nope. Nope. We have to be a little bit more picky than usual. Like, if we had a lot of heirs, we could consider other things, but we can't really go for a homosexual trait right now because the fertility modifier would make it unlikely for us to have an heir. Also, he's of our dynasty and we could marry... oh, it's not the marriage table, of course, but we could actually marry him because he's a cousin, I think. Anyway, that was just an interesting thought. Gilwood? Possibly. It'd only be people who marry matrilineally. Black Brother? Probably not. I knew Eldest? Eldest the warrior or courtier? He's Chase. No, never mind. Gilbert? No. No. Okay, these don't look that good. Let's see what options it comes up with for us. Let's see if we can find a matrilineal marriage. There aren't that many options available, so we could go younger for Drin if we want for a wildling. Okay. Roderick is a bastard. He's playful, brooding, fashionable, envious. Maybe Roderick would be fine. He's also the right age. Yeah, I guess we'll go for Roderick because otherwise we just go too old, like really quickly. Yeah. Roderick of Harridan Hill, we will marry you. Yes. Yes. Lose a bit of prestige for this marriage because it's not very good for us, but it is a marriage we need to take. Okay, court. So we're gonna start basically at the start of the list. We're gonna go down. When we get to somebody who isn't married, we marry them. Or when we get to somebody who we know is from a custom house who isn't married, we marry them. Otherwise, we don't care. Jackdaw, married. Cordain, not married. Let's marry him off. So, who are we looking for? He is lustful, brave, arbitrary, stubborn, ruthless, former slave. I don't know. Let's see what we got. He's 28. We'll go look at 28. We have Yara Ironfoot. Okay. Now, Ironfoot is from a custom house, but that's fine. Ambitious, deceitful, patient, gluttonous. I don't see a great reason why they would be against each other marrying here. Or we could marry him to Quanda, who is a master seductress. If he's lustful, that could... you know what? That works out. Marry. Done. Next one. Hasterton? No, I don't... Are you the only Hasterton left? You are the only Hasterton left. Okay. We'll marry you off. We'll do a quick matrilineal marriage because she is a custom person. There's probably not that many options actually available. How about you marry Eldest? There we go. Oh, double chase. That's gonna lead nowhere. Oh, she's a bastard, Hasterton. Never mind. I don't care. We're only doing trueborn people for this pass. She can marry off herself. Drin Wilson is also a bastard. Ellis is not someone. Right. Gilwood, you are the next on the list. We will marry you off. We're looking for somebody who is around the age of 22. How about this one? Brawny, kind, just, chaste, humble. Yeah, okay. And the lustful cancels out the chaste. There we go. Cool. Next one. That was Gilwood, so the next one will be after that. We have Hagen is not married. Cool. Hagen, we will marry you off. 35, probably wants to be around 30, so there's a chance of a marriage. A chance of a child. How about Celise? Seems fine? No. She's imprisoned. Okay. I was not aware she was imprisoned. Okay, how about you marry Yara? Wait, you're Zealous? Oh, you're Zealous and Valerian. I guess you could marry Cenarius, Corhys. She's a little bit old and probably won't carry on the line. Are there any other Celtic? There are plenty of other Celtigars, so yeah, I guess you can marry her. There we go. If he's zealous, then presumably he would want to marry into his same religion. That would be my guess. None of you. You're already married, right? Yeah. You're you're too young for us to care about. Rest of you are already married. Okay, John Fisher. You're fairly new here, but we can marry you off. Look for someone around the right age, but maybe a little bit younger. Are we looking for honourable, maybe? We've got an honourable around, or a kind. How about you? Dread Tower, kind, patient, gregarious. Yeah, kind of matches up. Cool. Marriage. Next one we're looking at is... be after John. It is Jonah. You're married. Lawrence is married. Laios is married. Everyone. Mayford. Mayford is not married. Does he still have the widow trait? He does not have the widow trait. He does have a son already. Okay. So if he was to remarry, we wouldn't care about marrying him to someone older. Okay. How about we marry you off to... well, how about Winifred? Anything particularly off there? Greedy doesn't really clash. Deceitful doesn't really clash. And shy doesn't really clash. Okay, there we go. Marriage. Done. Next one. What was that? That was Mayford. Next one, Morgan is married. Pete is not married. Okay, we can marry off someone to Pete. He does have a child, but we can marry someone else off here. Pete, he could marry Ezri if he doesn't have any reason against it. I don't think he has any great reason against it. There we go. Marriage done. Next one looking for is after Pete. We get into Ronard, who is married. We get into Sharia, who is not married. Let's try and find her a matrilineal marriage. Right. How about Eldis? And he is Chase, but they are both quite young. Okay, we'll do that. There we go. Next one we're looking for is after Sharia. We have Tiberius married. We have Titus, who is our cousin, who is not anyone we care about just yet. That is our half-brother as well. We should probably marry off when he comes of age. Unknown. I suppose he could marry someone. Let's see what we got. It would have to be a lowborn because he is lowborn. So how about Gwyneth? Maybe. That would work. Yeah, okay. Gwyneth. Let's do it. Next one after unknown is... I suppose we do it from this way. No one else. Yusila Ironfoots is married and Zia Stonecrow's married. Cool. Alright, so we got through that fairly without any trouble. Let's see how it goes. I accept your suggestion that John and Megan get married. Yes, yes. Lots of these marriages are coming through. Child lacks childhood focus. Oh, that's our... Right. Let's get rid of some of these. Right. Lady Melora Serpentale and Lord Reaver Roderick of Harrod and Till have gotten married. It's customary for a dowry to be paid to the groom's house, but there's no one to pay it. Okay, we have to choose the education focus for our husband. Well, presumably it would be martial education. That just makes sense. Right. And that got us a non-aggression pact with Harrod and Hill. Yes. With Master Ugrin of Harrod and Hill, who is one of our vassals anyway. Cool. My lady, for too long, Belchio Zora... Let me try that. Belchio Zobrida has occupied my rightful seat, and I'll stop at nothing to take it from him. I humbly ask you to provide me with coins so I may hire an army to achieve this. If you do so, I promise it will not be forgotten. Yours, Horona Regabari, Lady of Mantris. Okay, who are you? You have no dragon. I was just checking. She's from that kind of area where they might have dragons. So she has no dragons. She would like us to give her 125 gold. And she will like us. Now, let's have a look at ourselves. We are charitable. We are just, if it's her rightful house. I think we could possibly fund this. Would a regent be necessarily against it? I don't think so. I mean, she's ambitious. She hasn't got anything that would say definitely not. You know what? We'll give you some coin. We'll see how it goes. So the glorious Lady Malora with mercy. People will get married. People get married. Yes. We're not going to read out all of these because we know that they're going to, they should say yes. Also, do we want to host a wedding feast? I've given the orders for a grand ceremony and feast to be hosted in Harler Hill in honour of Lord Reaver Roderick of Harden Hill and Lady Malora Serpentale's wedding. Let the preparations begin. All my vassals will be there. Lord Roderick the Bold accepted King Joffrey III of the Rock's peace offer. So he is lost. He is now imprisoned. We will not jump back underneath because the Reach is currently at War of the Rock, which counts as enough of a war that makes us not become their vassals again, I think. The best part about holding a wedding is organising the whole event. Well, we are charitable, so we're going to just spend as much as we can. Most of the preparations for the wedding have been made, now only have to send out the invitations. The conjurer produced a rabbit from a hat and then made a handkerchief change colour from brown to red, and he simply vanished from the room, only to knock on the door and open it a few seconds later. Well, you must perform at my feast. Definitely. Ah, we got some gold back from our little raid. We're going to just disband everything, give them a chance to actually reinforce a little bit. They're just... their levies are a little low. So we'll see what happens. News from Olva's Mel, my lady. A new dragon has entered the world. Alyra Vasars apparently successfully hatched one. It's named the he-dragon Nedis. Grandparent is unknown, but parent is Balerion. Okay, strong dragon. Good for her, I guess, yeah. That is dangerous over there. The guests have finally arrived, all is ready, and servants have worked day and night to prepare and decorate the dance hall. Lady Malora's gown is splendid and the castle's never looked lovelier. Welcome to the wedding. King Louis of the Trident accepted King Thurgood of Westeros' peace offer. So the Trident lost, so they have lost a lot of their land in the Bay of Crabs. Cool. Now, Malora Serpentale and Roderick of Harden Hill stand before the drowned god to take up a holy vow of marriage. The great lords and ladies of Pike look on as he drapes the arms of House Harden Hill around the bride to finally seal their marriage. And now for the feast. Yes. That was the same event twice because we got it from both sides. Helia Wilson died under suspicious circumstances. Somebody has just murdered her. She did have 2 children, both bastards, with Sir James. But interesting. We did know there was a plot to murder her, but I guess we didn't find out anything more. No. Was he not meant to marry? Oh, he's okay. I was like, was he not a custom courtier? I didn't remember going through him when the marriage thing, but that's because he's in a different court. Okay, interesting. I forgot that. Feast is winding down, now only the bedding remains. Roderick and Malora are stripped of all garments by the revelers, make many a bawdy joke along the way. They're finally bundled into bed chamber where they are finally left alone, a fine tradition. Same thing, but we have a 35% chance of becoming pregnant. Didn't happen. Okay, it seems like this 35% chance is very low for being 35%. The morning after the wedding feast has come and all the lords and ladies are finally making their way home. All agree it was a fine celebration, many predict the newlyweds will be most content. I had a great fun and so did everyone else. Cool. Okay, King Thurgood of Westeros accepted Storm King Criston the Meek's peace offer. So he lost, which means Blackwater Bay is now under his control. Now under the Storm King's control. Yes, and we'll wait just a few ticks, see if anything happened from that. Oh, there's another dragon. Well, not another dragon, but another dragon rider. Okay. Cyrilla Vasar. Okay, and we're going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.